Okay. Hopefully you guys can pop off the other one and come on to this one, because for some reason I'm having a hard time going live. So I know there's a few of you. Let's see. Here. So hopefully you guys can come on over. Okay. I'm just going to kind of go slow because I think everybody's on the other side. No. You guys, so sorry. It gets stuck and it will not go live. Let me see. Let me try something else. Let's see if it'll open up now. Then I'll pop over. I don't know if it'll let me do two. I'm going to try it. Okay. This one's going off. Leave. Okay. Oh, okay. There. Oh my gosh. I don't know why this is doing that. That when I go live, it just freezes. And I try to do everything I can. I might have to look into that because it just started doing that. So hi everybody. Happy Easter. I used to work with a girl that would go, Happy Easter, Esther. And so that's super funny. So I'm going to start with cards because I have people still, I think, on the other side coming over to this side. So, of course, I have a rabbit oracle deck. And, of course, I had to have a card come out from my guide. And she picked card 39, and it's spirituality. Whoops, I'm going to show you this hand because I've been working out in the yard. And we have a message from our guardian angels. And we are omnipresent, so we can be aware and everywhere all at once. Don't hesitate to ask for your help with any task, big or small, from your guardian angels. There is no limit to how my guardian angels can assist me. I can ask for angelic help with anything I need. And then I'm doing relationship cards now because I guess this is very important for people. And so the relationship card that I got was very interesting. It's called Comparison. And it's comparing is unfair. Leave the past behind and see your new love for who they are. And so, interesting card. And of course, we have to do animal card. And it's so funny. It's a 3, number 3. It's the Armadillo Spirit. Set healthy boundaries. Move this down. And I think this is like super huge, is boundaries. And it's something that we kind of have to reassess our boundaries because new situations come to us every day. And we have to be like a parent. You have to be consistent with your boundaries, else people get confused. So the cat's going up on the cat tree. So hi, Michael. Good, I'm in. Patty Mint, hello. Ashley, hello. Layla, hello. You guys, I'm glad you're here. So, we've got lots going on. I've been so busy today, and I'm trying to get some yard work done at the same time. So, we are having a class next week. We have, I think, a handful of people coming, and I always say whoever needs to come is coming. And I'm going to talk about amazing man. He's probably one of the most spiritual wonders upon this earth that is only known in like Brazil And the United States doesn't know this man very well. He passed away in 2002 at 90. He lived to be about 90 years old. And I was just watching a guy that served him. He was a 19-year-old boy, and it's Chico Xavier. They call him Chico Xavier. And this is one of his books. I have two of his books right here. He wrote 400 books in his lifetime. He started at a very young age. He was a presence. When his books started coming out, this book, The Missionaries of Light, is my favorite one. This one is Life in the Spirit World, and this is the one I'm going to go off of for our class next week. He greatly defines the spirit world that is above us. And he kind of goes through a story about it. So we're going to go through this book, and then I'm going to take you there. So this is super cool. So there is a movie out called Astral City, I believe. It's in Spanish. If you know Spanish, good. If you don't know Spanish, you have to read the subtitles. I think I've talked about this before. And it is actually the most amazing thing. Because if you really want to crave to know where we come from and what we have to do to get here on earth and reincarnation and our spirit families. And it's interesting. I think the concept of the film was how our spirit families, we actually kind of live together in a house in our own domain, and we do service. And because we help serve the spirits that come home, and some are wounded, and you have just different things that you do for service. And then you go through a time where you get ready to come back down after you have gone to the spirit world. You're preparing, you go through life, book of life, getting it written to come back down. And you will have, sometimes there'll be two of you that come down as different people, like as sisters, mother, daughter, etc., and how sad the rest of your family that stays up there is that you have left them to go back to the spirit or go to earth, and that they worry about you and pray about you, and it's just not the same without you in the family, in the spirit world. And so it's kind of like a death, because you leave them, and they don't know when they're going to see you again, because they're getting ready to come back down also. So it's a very interesting, intricate concept I want to go over with you, because this man should never be forgotten. I think he's the most psychic man ever, and his life was to give us messages. And this young man I was watching, who served him when he was 19, Chico, had a book out, and so he opened up a place, and he had people come to do signings. Well, there's thousands of them. Thousands of these people came to have him sign their book. So he did it from 8 p.m. to 11 a.m. He did all night. He's so kind. The reason he did that, so he didn't disturb the day when people try to go to work and stuff. So he did it. He stayed up all night signing books for people. And then he had bought roses, and he had ladies over to the side. So everybody that did a book signing, they got a rose. And he made sure that every one of those roses had no thorns on them, so no one got hurt. He was to me, he was Christ-like. And so he was a very small man, but extremely kind. A lot of the money that he made off of his book sales, he fed his people. He would do soup kitchens, and he would feed his people. So he had a nice home, not a super extravagant home, because in Brazil, um, and they had to put a big fence around it, and he had to have guards around it because people kept trying to get inside his house. And he just served people. And so it's worth noting to do a class on him. And we're going to go in it. And I really feel like he is one of my trainers right now. And so I think that is I'm super grateful to have the knowledge of him and to have found him. And I'm going to bring him to you guys too, so you can find him also. So I'm going to read you something before we get started. I'm going to read you this, then I'm going to do a couple things, and then we're going to go into a challenge session. I have, my cat, I have no idea what I'm going to channel. So we will just go from there. I have walked among all of you. As all of you on earth are now, so were the people during the time I resided on earth. When I came down to the earth, it was chosen. It was prophecy. It was destiny. The people needed a prophet, a seer, a revelator. They needed God. I was a part of God, and I was God, depending on how you deemed me. I will not speak about my life. I will speak about yours. As you read the pages of this book, you may wonder, what is this all about? It is about you. It is about your success or your demise, because you are at a crossroads. You are at a pivotal point in history where you can choose one path or another. You can keep the blinders on, or you can take them off. I am not suggesting you take the road less traveled. I am simply suggesting you take the correct road. I am the commander. As you have read in these books through this channeler, I know her well. She and her twin have served with me. They have an important report to deliver to you, and it is written in the chapters from every benevolent species. Some chapters carry warnings, while others share messages of awareness from species that wish to express their love for you. Why do all these species care about the human race on planet Earth? Because one day the Earth will be glorified. One day Earth and heaven will unite and become one. That is why your battle here is so great. That is why you must wake up and become aware. Cast the shadows out of your life and the demons out of your mind. You are of me, and you carry the light of Christ within you. I have given you my words, my life, and my mission. What more can I offer to awaken you and redeem yourself? I cannot claim or save you while you are in human form on this earth. I can give you words, prophecy, and usher in God. But the choice is yours. There will come a day when you stand alone before me. Picture that for a moment. Just you and me, face to face. Looks like I'm freezing up. How will you feel? What will you know? If I ask who you are, can you tell me? Will you know your true self? Will you understand the mission you carry? What have you done in your life to honor me? What truths do you hold in your hands? What do you worship? What do you truly desire? Some of you walk this earth feeling empty, repeating the same mistakes again and again because you do not understand the pitfalls. You do this because it makes you feel something, even though you know it is wrong. I urge you to feel me instead. Place your hands on my heart and feel my heartbeat within you. That is why I want you to experience not the path of treachery, unfulfillment, or empty blessings. Feel my heart, for it beats for you, only you. I have faced evil before. I have faced Satan. He is angrier now than I have ever seen him. He is trying to gather as many of his warriors on this earth as possible, spreading confusion, wickedness, falsehoods among my good people. Those of you who are sanctified, stay sanctified. Those of you who are warriors, stay warriors. Stand ready at the gate until I open it for you. There will be no more rumors of wars. There will be wars. Each land will face its own uncertainty, for prophecy is different on every land. This vessel resides in the greater America, a land I have sanctified. I have chosen this land to one day unite people from all walks of life. I wanted people of different languages, appearances, and backgrounds to live here as one, to love each other, to work for each other, farm for each other, and care for each other. We were doing well. And when you thrive, that is when evil seeks to claim a part of you. That is when evil tries to take control of your desire, your heart, and devour your soul. Prepare yourselves. When I walk upon this land once more, I will teach you again, like children. Some will bow before me, while others will run and hide, fearing I can see their crimes. Not only can I see their crimes, I already know them, and with a raised hand I cast them out. I will usher in my leaders, commanders, and warriors. They will stand with me as I speak to you, to the world. I can be everywhere at once. I can speak every language. I see all because I know all. I know you, and you should know me. To know me is to know God, for God resides in each of you who has protected yourselves from harm's way. So once again, it's from my book. This is the benevolent, and that was Sananda, who is Christ. And so I wanted to read from his chapter. Looks like I'm freezing up. I wonder if my cord is wearing out. That kind of gives me a connection. So I'll kind of move slower. So this is Sananda. That's what I just read from the book. So, and I also want to say, hi. I have someone on here, Hidden Existence. I haven't seen in a long time. I'm so excited to see you. I hope all is well. I wanted to talk about a little bit before we channel is the renewal of spirit. And every spring we are transformed. And we have an opportunity through the resurrection of Christ. Not only was it his resurrection, we also have one. We also have an opportunity to walk through a resurrection and become renewed every year at this time. This isn't the correct time that actually it happened, but it's one that we celebrate and worship, and so he accepts that. And so we are to be mindful of this time that we can renew our own selves and spirit, and we have our own transformation from death to life. And these are things that I just kind of wrote down. Transformation work of the Holy Spirit is of Christ consciousness. This renewal is often associated with spiritual balance and rebirth, sanctification, and ongoing process of becoming more Christ-like. And this man that we're going to talk about next week, he never professed to be Christ-like. He believed in Christ, but he never professed it. He lived it. He didn't have to tell anybody that he was Christ-like. He lived it in service. And people saw it, and that's why he grew so big. The darkest moments of our lives are not to be buried and forgotten. Rather, they are a memory to be called upon for inspiration to remind us of the unrelenting human spirit and the capacity to overcome the intolerable. And then in Isaiah 4:31, yet those who wait for the Lord will gain new strength. They will mount up with wings like eagles. They will run and not tire. They will walk and not be weary. Let's see what else I wanted to read. I liked this one. Dignity is more important than the human spirit, more important than wealth. Dignity definition is quality of being worthy of honor or respect of yourself. So think of having dignity. So also deep comfort, we still believe, worship, and understand even 2,000 years after Christ's life. There is something about that. Not even the greatest opposition can stop the heart of love and belief. Sorry, the cat just jumped on the bed. The word resurrection means come to life. The one that believes in me will live, even though they die, and whoever lives by believing in me will never die. John 11:25 and 26. The word resurrection is a metaphor for but a literal term. To rise and become new. Jesus repeatedly told his followers that he will be rejected and killed, then raised on the third day. In modern day, every spring, Easter, we are renewed also. We do not need to suffer or to fear it. Have faith in the victory over death. Walk in hope. Trust that is the future is renewed. God's house is secure. Reside in it. We can live fully with perfect peace, hope, and joy. Pledge our lives and hearts to this purpose. Amen. Okay, let's channel. Does anybody have any questions? Mine was glitching too. Okay. So if it's strobing, I don't know if there's just a lot of people in here or if it's my cord is going bad. I had another cord and it seemed too powerful, so might have to just get another one. So, okay. And I hope Daniela's still here. I'm just really glad she's here. Hope your surgeries went well. I do remember. Okay. So everybody just sit in a calm spot. Just relax. You know, I have someone coming forward. It's just an angel. I don't know their name. I don't know who this is. Just angel in white. And it's a man. He's reaching his hand out for me to put my hand in his. And that's how we will communicate. Okay, he wants me to turn the music off. Okay. I am thankful for this opportunity to speak through this vessel to you this day. What an opportunity it is to rise in memory, in love, in grace from the opportunity that the Lord has made. This is a day of great harmony and cheer. You all were, most of you were not on the earth when this time happened thousands and thousands of years ago. We watched it from above. We all cried and wept during the crucifixion. The song was no more. There was no music in the heavens that day. There was no harmony. and there's no joy. We had to bear that burden with someone that we worship, serve, and love. I do believe we understood it deeper than those that were on the earth because they were so destructive and harmful and evil. Evil was at its highest point on the earth at this time. But then the promise came, and the sun shone again, and the harps began to play, and the Savior came home for a short time so we could renew our joy. Even spirits have a heart, and spirits can cry. But then we knew everything was going to be okay because not even us knew what was happening, and we could do nothing. We were held at bay. We just watched and prayed and sent down as much energy. But the men were so evil, they could not see that we were trying to transmit them to stop. But then, glory, and the harps played, and the music came back stronger than ever. And the Lord decided to stay upon the earth for a while. You see, once he was taken from the cross and laid in the tomb that eve, and it was secure. It was for a purpose that no one should arrive, because the angels came in, and the angels secured his body, made it holy again. They took most of the wounds off his body, closed them up, and repaired him. He even stood in spirit, repairing his own mortal body, because that's something he had to do to repair himself, is to repair his own mortal body. It was amazing. It was spiritual, and it was out of this world. And then he returned into the body and was shown again upon the earth. He stayed upon the earth because now that this has happened, he became a teacher and a leader, and he was not touched again. He was sanctified, and he came a little bit different so he could walk the earth freely. He went to every continent, every religion. That's why they all speak of one so beautiful and enlightening. And they emulated his soul, his teachings, and his love. This is masterful. He wanted to make sure every culture knew him in their own way, in their own language, in their own celebration. This vessel understands that there's a time of death, and that death is not physical, it is mental. It is time for you to let go. And a lot of times that's your past and your choices that you have made. It's like a death. Let it die. Let it go. And now, tomorrow is the day to open up the tomb and to rise out of your own personal tomb of death. You have been sanctified. You have been renewed. You have been reborn. We give you this opportunity every year, because sometimes it takes every year to do this, to walk with new eyes, with a new spirit, and to hold your head high. Hold your head high, for you are new, and you are blessed, and the angels have sanctified you. As you slumber this night, if you keep this in your mind, they will touch your forehead, and they will touch your heart, and you will awaken with new eyes and a new light in your soul. Your guides and your family that has passed on will gather around you, and they will be with you as you are in memory of a new day. This is an opportunity and a gift and a blessing. Find joy in this. Find joy in yourself. Sometimes you humans take things way too hard, and you need to lighten up. You need to just lighten up. And a great man said, sometimes you just need to roll with it, and you need to ride the wave. For it's very important for you to understand that statement. Just let it go. Of course, it's easy for us to say these things because we are not in human form. We are not tested like you are, but we're here to help. We're here to give our hand to you. We're here to hold you, if you'll let us. Understand the strength and opportunity. And not only through the life of Christ, but through your own life. He just showed you the way. That's what his life was, just to show you the way. And then it is yours. It is yours to do with it that you will. Bring memory to this. Put this into your mind and your heart. Ponder it, these words. Watch this again and again. As you watch this, you will see and hear new things that you did not hear before. I will not take up a lot of your time because I know this is precious time for you. Time is precious. Every minute is precious. You must forge ahead. Thy will be good. Be mindful. Look at the flowers. Listen to the birds now. And they will remind you of the renewal of your soul, the renewal of your spirit. Be called forth. Be a servant unto mankind. But how can you be a servant to mankind if you can't serve yourself first? You know, your society taught you a long time ago that this is selfish, just to be so mindful of yourself. That was so incorrect. It starts with you and then goes out. So don't think of it as selfish to focus on yourself. Because some need more work than others. That's just the way it is. Thank you. As I look to your souls, they are so bright. The light is in your souls. I can see it. Your souls are strong, but sometimes your heart has blockages, has weaknesses, because it's carrying too much. You carry too much. You must let it go. You must let it go. It's too heavy to bear. Just let go. Let it go. Lighten your load, and you will be happy. I love you, each one of you, who's looking at this vessel right now, as I speak through her soul, through her mouth, through her heart. Be ready, because magnificent things are coming your way. But lighten up your heart, please. I end this transmission. Ooh. He made me cry. Okay. Does anybody have any questions? Because I don't want this to be too long, because I know you guys have family stuff to do. All right. So I think I'm going to end there. And I'm going to rewatch this. And if you have any questions, email me. And if anybody wants to come to the Zoom class next Saturday, message me at robinhyatt@yahoo.com. And it's going to be a very special experience. The last few that we've done has been very special. And I think this one will be even more special. And I think you will learn a lot. Good. Thank you. So that is true. My load is so heavy right now. So it's time for you to lighten that load. Lighten it up. I think we carry too much. And it's just, I mean, there's so much that we carry that's unnecessary. So start doing house cleaning, Patty Mint. Okay, you guys, peace out. Have a good day. Daniela, message me. Say hi. I want to see what you're doing. And then the rest of you, there's a lot of you here that I will see next week. Hi, Layla. And what else was I going to say? We're still working on the cards. I'm kind of worried a little bit. My load is heavy, getting heavy because of the tariffs with China. So we really got to get it, I think, it going and secure in, because I have a feeling if we wait too much longer, you may not be getting them. So I just think that it has to get going. So we have to get going to my twin and I. What else is going on? I was going to write everything down, but I didn't. Oh, and I'm starting, I don't know, just between all of us here, I semi-retired. I'm working part-time now. And so I did that for the purpose of me working more on all this, on books, on cards, on channeling, on everything. And so I'm opening up now full-time my readings. So you can either message me at robinhyatt@yahoo.com or go to my Etsy store, Robin Hyatt, and you can purchase there. I have 3 different ones, and I'm going to do creative stuff. I'm going back into my candle making. Also, I have my little altar herbs that I'm doing. I have 2 down here that I made for myself, and it just is anything to bring energy and positivity to us in our environment is what I'm going for. So also, I like to do a treat once in a while, and we're going to do it in May. I think Saturday in May. Keep looking on here. We're going to do free readings. So I'd like to just do that once every other month. It's kind of fun. My twin and I have a good time on it. The first one we did, it was like huge. And then the second one we did was medium, but since it's been posted, I think I have the highest views on that one. So it's just questions people want to ask in the chat, and then I just intuitively answer them. And sometimes we go through a session with the person to get down to the bottom of their questions. So that's kind of fun, and I think people like it, and it's something I can do for all of you. So you guys have a good day. Have a good Easter. And tomorrow is a big day for all of us because now you know how important it is for you personally, not only knowing that Christ rose again, but that we all are. Okay. Peace out. Love you. Have a good day and see you soon. Thank you very much. Bye, guys. And